me ask George Kurian. George Kurian, I think Sumant made this point that, DMK may or may not be politically affected by what Udhyanidhi said, at least the damage will not be as much. The party that will get affected the most is the Congress party, because you have to fight elections in Kerala, in Andhra Pradesh, in Telangana, in Karnataka, and you have majority community voters in all of these states, in Uttar Pradesh, in Bihar. And in today's day and age, where you have television media, social media, these comments have been plastered across television channels, newspapers, social media for the last 24 plus hours. And this is going to cost the Congress party. Why has the Congress party not taken a firm stand against what Udhyanidhi Stalin said?
Well, Zaka, before I come to your question, let me wish your audience a very good evening, and to my fellow co-panelists on the show. Let me first begin by saying that I completely condemn in the harshest of words the statement that has come from Udhyanidhi Stalin and Priyank Karge endorsing the statement which has come from Stalin. This is something which is uncalled for and has to be unequivocally condemned by all and everyone. To begin with. Second point I would like to make here is that I agree to Mr. Sumanji's views here that this is not going to make much of a difference to DMK as far as the state politics is concerned in Karnataka, in Tamil Nadu. But overall, the India alliance, which is trying to make all that good from that Mumbai meeting that they had in the recent past, it is damaging that hope and the aspirations that they were trying to build up with all the good hope among the people. So this statement, and the Congress party has condemned this statement, and it's not that the Congress party has not condemned. K.C. Venugopal has given a statement on this. Mr. Randip Singh.
No, George, one second. George, I can play out what K.C. Venugopal said. He simply said everybody is entitled to their views. We may or may not agree with those views. I don't see any sort of condemnation there. It just simply says everybody is entitled to their views. What does that even mean? Where is the condemnation there?
Well, Priyank Karge almost endorsed it.
Yeah, Priyank Karge also said if a person is untouchable in a religion, then what good is that religion? You have to come out of that religion. That's what he said.
Well, Zaka, let me make it very clear to the audience that there is not much importance that one needs to give to Priyank Karge for that matter, because this is a statement which is his personal statement that he has made, nothing to do with it's not an endorsement from the India alliance, because we are trying to fight hard the BJP.
George, that's a little hard. That's a little hard for our viewers to digest, certainly for me to digest, because you're not talking about anybody here, and RP Singh can weigh in on this. This is the son of the Congress president and a minister in the Karnataka government. Just like Udhayanidhi is the son of the sitting chief minister of Tamil Nadu and a minister in that government. These are not anybodies. These are not random sundries who are saying this. These are very, very powerful people who are saying this. RP Singh,
Sir, ask him that let Janeudhari Rahul Gandhi issue a statement on this. Let Priyanka Vadra, who claims herself to be a Kashmiri Pandit, let both of them come and stand on this. What they have to say on Sanatana Dharma. But they want Sanatana Dharma to be eradicated. And what's their idea of Sanatana Dharma? Let them come also on this. I'm sorry, sir. Someone rightly said that man does. Sir, please give me a second. I have interrupted anyone. Sir, they are not aware of the Indian ethos, Indian culture, Indian religion, Indian text. Man, there is a Dravidian Upanishad which was there in 13th century. And then Periyar took Dravidian name and then has given a separate ideology to it, which is anti-Dravidian Upanishad. But no one will talk about that. But let's talk about the issue today and on hand. I am again saying it. I am repeating it, that it was part of the conspiracy, it was part of the agenda which was decided in Mumbai. Otherwise, they would have all come up in open. I mean, where was Lalu Yadav who went for City Vinayak in Mumbai? Where is Uddhav Thackeray? I mean, by now he should have walked out of the INDIA alliance. I said, I'm nothing doing. I can't be part of the I India alliance was just statement, alternative withdrawal statement. He
Okay.
has not said so. He will not say so. And where, and give me a second, and where is that Arvind Kejriwal who talks about Hanuman Chalisa? He said, I recite Hanuman Chalisa. Not a word by Arvind Kejriwal on Sanatana Dharma. So
Okay.
this is all part of the alliance, and then
Let
we are
me
playing it as per the,
let me
as per
play
the need.
a chunk of a series of bite belts of leaders of the Congress party, and you will get a sense of where the Congress party is standing on this. Other than individual leaders like a Kamal Nath, for example, or a T.S. Singhdev, and incidentally, both of them are facing elections in North India in the next couple of months. Other than them, I have not seen any kind of unequivocal condemnation of this from any leader of the Congress party. Let me just play this out and I'll go back to our guests.
वो उनकी व्यक्तिगत राय होगी, हम उससे सहमत नहीं.
Any religion that does not ensure that you have the dignity of being a human being is not a religion according to me. So it's as good as a disease.
देखिए, सनातन धर्म, सनातन परंपरा भारत की संस्कृति का हिस्सा है. शायद भाषा की भावना को ना समझते हुए किसी व्यक्ति ने कहा होगा, मुझे जानकारी नहीं, पर मैं एक भारतीय के तौर पे आपको कह सकता हूं कि सनातन परंपरा भारत की संस्कृति का हिस्सा है और वो युग युगांतर तक रहेगा.
Actually, हमारा व्यू वेरी क्लियर है. सर्वधर्म भावना, समभावना. Sarvadharma Sambhavana is the Congress ideology. But you have to understand, every political party have their own freedom to tell their views. We are respecting everybody's beliefs.
Does that sound like a condemnation to you, Sumant Raman? I mean, from whatever, again, I'm not a Sanskrit expert, but from whatever he said, Sarva Dharm Samabhav means just everyone is treated equally or everyone is treated, equitably, every person of every faith.
Respect for all religions.
That does not mean that you can insult one religion. That is the point that's being made. Sumant.
I think Mr. T.S. Singhdev and Kamal Nath have smelt the coffee. They are facing the heat. They are facing the election within the next 2 to 3 months, and therefore they were very quick to distance themselves from the statement and say that very clearly that they don't agree with it. Those who are not, in the firing line of facing elections, to be, pontificating on this. See, I can understand Mr. Karthi Chidambaram's statement. He is saying it because without the DMK support, it's even unlikely that he may even not get a ticket to contest, or even if he does get a ticket, is extremely unlikely to even save his deposit without the DMK support. So, for him to say something like that, I can at least rationalize why he's saying what he's saying. But for the Congress High Command to just, make these kind of wishy-washy statements, it doesn't help them at all. If the BJP is going ballistic on this, Mr. Amit Shah spoke in his rally, Mr. Rajnath Singh spoke on his rally. I mean, Mr. Rajnath Singh is not known necessarily to take up these core Hindutva issues and go hammer and tongs at the opposition. He spoke about it. Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman has put it out on Twitter. So they've all sort of run an orchestrated campaign because they feel that this may resonate on the ground, at least in the northern belt. It's not going to resonate in south, that we know. But in the Hindi belt, this may resonate. And you will see recurring references to this during the election campaign. Okay. And that is going to hurt the Congress. The Congress still has time to come out with an unequivocal condemnation and distancing themselves. Different parties, sorry, Zaka, last sentence. Different parties have different ideologies. This may be the ideology of the DMK. We don't agree with it, is all that the Congress has to say, and they haven't said it yet.
The other problem is, and I want to ask Kasturi Shankar this, no one is justifying it for a moment, but when Nupur Sharma said what she said about Prophet Muhammad, the entire world was out to get her. There were fatwas issued against her. In fact, she's not been seen publicly at events or on television since then. Like I said, no one's trying to justify what she said or defend what she said. But here again, you have a person who has seemingly insulted a religion, the majority religion of this country. No one has issued any fatwas against Udhyanidhi Stalin. He's going about his business. He's not fearing for his life. And therein lies again another double standard.
Yeah, I think the that is what Sanatana Dharma stands for. Sanatana Dharma stands for one of the basic tenets of Sanatana Dharma is inclusivity and forgiveness. That seems to be working against the majority at this point, because people who don't know the first basic thing about Sanatana Dharma go on stage and insult it and vow to eradicate it. And, here we have to bring in what Mr. Kharge Jr., Mr. Priyank Kharge said about any religion that does not allow dignity for a human being. Zaka, with all respect to all Christians, we have in India today Dalit Christians, Christian Reddis, Christian Nadars, who have all steadfastly retained their caste, not because of a conversion or not because of religious reasons, but purely because of political and reservation reasons. Right? So these are people who are proud of their caste. So it is obvious that religion and caste cannot be equated with each other in India. The caste is a different beast and it has to be dealt with differently. And to equate just Hinduism with caste is making a mockery of that system. It exhibits a complete deliberate ignorance, deliberate rejection of the fact that caste exists well and thrives in other minority religions as well.
But
here's the
let me ask.
Give me one moment. Give me 1 moment. DMK, when it came to power, DMK, when it attracted the people in the 60s, it was a different animal. There was Anna there. Anna succeeded in defining Dravidian. They defined a new word, Dravidian. From being a geographical, locational factor, Dravidian became a race. Dravidian became an ideology. They defined a word and reinterpreted it. Now they are trying to reinterpret the word Sanatana. It's not working. Before, they did not have.
Okay.
I think it's going to benefit, I disagree with Sumant Raman. I think it's going to benefit BJP, which really never had a foothold in Tamil Nadu. Nobody really cared for it. It got less than nota. But now people are going to turn to it because ADMK with Satyanji, if ADMK is not going to come out strongly and visibly against this kind of blasphemy, BJP is going to be the benefactor.
So that's exactly what I wanted to ask Kovai Satyan. I mean, in the normal course of things, this would have been so outrageous that, you as an opposition party, your cadre would have been out on the streets, right? And yet, I haven't seen any protests or any mass protests in Tamil Nadu, in the last 24 to 48 hours since these comments came out. Perhaps there were more protests outside of Tamil Nadu than in Tamil Nadu itself. So even in Tamil Nadu, it seems like opposition parties like yourself are also not willing to go full throttle against what Udhayanidhi said for some reason.
No big reason. We don't want to make somebody a hero overnight. That is their narrative which they want to drive upon. They want to portray Udhayanidhi as a mass leader and a hero, and you can't fall prey for their evil intent. And everybody in Tamil Nadu knows Udhayanidhi doesn't have that caliber to talk on all these things. He has already failed. He said, I know the secret to get away with need. Whatever promises they made, they failed and they are not able to fulfill it. So they don't have a credibility in the minds of the people. Why you want to make a mole out of a mountain, or why you want to make a mountain out of a mole?
Okay.
You have no use. See, let me tell you, Zaka, one more point, 10 seconds. We live in this unique world in India wherein a person who called himself as Kaul Brahman, Rahul Gandhi, was saying that he has taken cookery classes of cooking meat from Lalu Prasad Yadav. And there is no outrage, there is no approach. Nobody talked about it. You draw parallels between Fatwa and the statement of Udhayanidhi. This statement, we have seen much more harsher statements from DK, Dravidian Kazhagam, which is the parent body. They said, we will slipper the God. We don't believe in God, we will slipper the God. We have seen, in Tamil Nadu has seen and heard more harsh statements than this. If Udhayanidhi want to become a hero, let him choose the right way to become a hero by addressing the voice of the voiceless.
Okay.